Hey guys, this is Wilbur, and I got an interesting one. If you've been paying attention to the leaderboard at all, you may have seen a bunch of people with the same name, Chamber is Broken, crawling up the ladder in a very short number of wins. And in this replay, I find myself up against one of them. Chamber is Broken 624. So, when I was queuing up for this game, you can kind of hover over your opponent, and I noticed that this person was on like a 6-game win streak at the minimum. So I was like, okay, this is somebody smurfing. Whoever's piloting these accounts are not only abusing hounds and chamber compression as much as possible, but they're also a really good player. And I think they're trying to make a statement that chamber compression hounds take the thinking completely out of the game. You just make as many hounds as you can, you push chamber compression, you make sure you have 1 or 2 units that can shoot up, and you win the game without much effort at all. Chamber compression, in my opinion, is a plague on Mechabellum. It's stifling creativity, it's making games formulaic. You can ignore your starting specialist like my opponent did. They didn't get a single hound pack, but round 1 they built hounds immediately and used the training specialists' intensive training as soon as they could. And you can see probably in this round 2 that my opponent's going to click chamber compression right away. So I think a lot of high MMR people in the community are aware that chamber compression is broken and have been abusing it to either stay up there, or I've also noticed some players that have never been like 2k MMR suddenly getting 2k MMR because they just do this same strategy every single game and it works because there's really no counter to it. So let's start talking about the problems with chamber compression. So what is chamber compression? It increases your hound's attack interval by 0.6, so they shoot a little bit less often. However, during battle, the hound's attack increases by 65% per second. This bonus resets after attacking. So one of the things that this does is a normal hound's attack is 275, but when chamber compression starts, it increases that attack. So it stops breakpoints, or the breakpoint with Crawler, usually you have to buy the attack upgrade at the tower for a regular hound to get over it. But with chamber compression, all you need to do is wait 1 second, and then the hound can one-shot a Crawler. The second issue that chamber compression has is its infinite scaling. So this doesn't have a cap. So let's say I take this tower first. It really doesn't even matter, because these hounds on the left side, where I'm not pushing, are going to chamber compression all the way to my other tower. They're going to one-shot it because their attack is something like 5,000 by the time it gets to the tower, and then usually only 1 or 2 hounds lose their chamber compression when they shoot the tower. And then whatever I have over here is going to be one-shot by the hounds that come back. There's most likely not going to be enough chaff to eat the chamber compression rounds, so things like arc lights and my sledgehammers are just going to get blown up by the chamber compression hounds. So you can kind of probably watch that scenario happen over here. Maybe I win out on this side, don't recall, but yeah. Here come these big chamber compression hounds. Okay, the arc light did finish him off. But yeah, things aren't going great for me, even though I'm building what people say is the counter, and that's ranged arc lights. But I think I did just about everything I could do, except maybe grabbing an early air unit in this game. Like maybe a Phoenix over here gets me a tower on one of these rounds. But yeah, I don't know. I've heard, non-believers say that, oh, just build more arc lights. I already have 1, 2, 3, 4 in this game, doing their best to try to kill all these hounds, and it's just not working. But like, I don't know. I'm really tired of playing against this. I think the whoever Chamber is Broken folks are, maybe it's more than one person that's on this campaign to try to get Chamber reworked. Like, I think when I was playing against this guy, I made some comments to them in chat, and you know, they said, "Hey, yeah, we agree, it's broken and it's dumb." And I said, "Oh, I hope your Rise influences the developers enough to finally rework this stupid skill." Like, I think there's multiple things that could be done for it. I don't think just increasing its cost is ever going to be the right answer. I think adding a cap is a good first step, or further decreasing the Hound's attack interval so that they attack much slower. But if they do that, then they get to compress longer too, so I don't know if that's the right solution. There's plenty of instances in replays where I've seen like Hounds one-shotting giant units, and like that's completely ridiculous. Like, this single tech should not be able to make the Hound a sort of catch-all unit where it can kill anything on the board. But yeah, this game's still not going great. I'm doing my best to throw down some units that I think do well into the Hound. Like, I think the Vortex is also a decent unit. It can tank the first few shots, go invulnerable, and then heal up. And if it does ever lock a Hound, it can one-shot him one at a time. Like you can see up here, these Vortexes are doing pretty good to the Hounds that are over there. But again, I lose this tower on the left. Their tower goes down, but it's not going to matter because these guys get to compress the whole time. So by the time they get over here, their attack's like 5,000, 5,000, 10,000. So like these just die in one hit. So like, what are you supposed to do against that? If there was a cap, you know, like of 2,000 or 3,000 to the scaling, like maybe then the Vortex could fight back. But instead, they just die in one hit. Yeah, another unit drop comes down. I take the Void Eye this time to try to further make this side of the board good, adding some more Arclights to try to get through the crawlers so the Vortexes and the Arclights themselves can start hitting Hounds instead of crawlers. My opponent finally adds the last piece to his board. He gets the EMP Phoenix, so now all the Vortexes are going to be worthless as the Phoenix shoot them. But yeah, I think this is like the current optimal board in Mechabellum. Crawlers, Hounds, maybe a few Mustangs. You know, if you really want to be a true meta slave, you click culling rounds, and then like 2 Phoenixes or 3 Phoenixes, and I don't see how you can lose the game. So yeah, it's just you don't win super fast, as you can see here. We're around 6, I'm still at 2k HP, but it just slowly wears your opponent out with all these little units. But yeah, anyway, I hope you are in the same boat as me. Like if you don't think Chamber Compression Hounds are an issue, like I think you need to wake up, and I think Mechabellum developers need to wake up. The current patch notes for the next season don't have any changes to Hounds. They're probably doing the classic, oh, we're changing a lot of things with Typhoons and other stuff, and you know, maybe Hounds won't be a problem, so you're not going to nerf them at the same time. They're still going to be a problem. If you don't change this, it's not going to go away. They're still going to be good. Like the introduction of the Typhoon isn't gonna do anything. The introduction of Vortexes into starting packs isn't gonna matter. When you build the Hounds a little bit further back, give them time to compress, and then they one-shot everything on the board. It doesn't matter. Like some new units and some new techs and things aren't going to change the state of the Hound. But yeah, I think this is one of the big reasons why Mechabellum is stale right now. People don't want to play against this shit, and they don't want to like have to do it themselves to win games. Like we're still building Hounds at round 8 because why not? It's the best unit in the game with 2 techs. I go for like a desperate cheese play on the left-hand side tower with sandworms. think maybe with Strike I can pop the Hounds before they compress enough, but we'll find out that it doesn't matter. The Crawlers are in the way just long enough, and then the Hounds can basically two-shot my Sandworm. So I'll watch this side a little bit closer this time. And there they go. You know, it's just, there's just nothing that can tank the Chamber Compression Hounds long enough for it to matter. So I think this is the knockout blow here in 8 rounds with about 1 billion Hounds. And yeah, I think there's like 5 or 6 Chambers Broken counts marching their way up the ladder into 2K with this strategy of just spamming Hounds and maybe a few Phoenixes. So anyway, if you want to be a meta slave and get some MMR, even though you don't deserve it, start building Chamber Compression Hounds. As soon as this does get nerfed or reworked, you're going to tank your MMR because you don't know how to play the game. So yeah, enjoy it while it lasts, and you know, I think that, to me, if we want to talk for just a minute about what an ideal game state for Mechabellum is, like how you should play this game is based on your starting specialist and the cards that are given to you in the game. Like, that is how you should play your board. You shouldn't, I don't think, ever be able to do the same build over and over and over again, regardless of what the starting specialist is, regardless of what the cards are. I don't think that is the way, like, the best version of Mechabellum can be. Is you have to react to what is given to you and what your opponent does. And when you have stuff that is this broken, where you can just do it every single game regardless of your starting pack or the cards that are given to you, like, it makes the game like completely stale. Like, build orders, flowchart like play is not something that I think makes Mechabellum interesting in a dynamic experience. So anyway, I hope you agree with me and you know, upvote this video or whatever to get a little more attention. And, you know, thank Chamber is Broken, you know, whoever these people are. Thank you for doing what you're doing, even if it's miserable to play against you. I hope it brings about some change. So we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
We have quite the selection for you here. 2 Mechabellum videos just for you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like this video. Watch out for flanks coming your way.